everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. You may be noticing that this video is a little bit different of a setup than you're probably used to seeing on this channel. That being, I'm not hanging out with my R35 GTR, or I'm not out there with Mike and his Bayside Blue R32 GTR or his S14 project that we're currently working on. No, today I'm inside enjoying the air conditioning because I decided to do something today I've been thinking about doing for a while. And that is, I pulled the trigger on finally getting an Autoart model. For those of you that are unaware, Autoart probably makes one of the most detailed, most accurate auto models that you can possibly get on the market. Now, with the R34 GTR very quickly becoming legal in the States, we've only got a few more months till that happen. I couldn't help it. I had to go and get an R34 GTR a little bit early. But unfortunately, I can't drive this one. Now, this one is going to be in Bayside Blue, which is my favorite color on the car. And I haven't opened it yet, so you kind of get to see my reaction of what I think of the model as I open it up. Now, there are other videos out there that people have bought this, and it's usually reviewed from the point of view of somebody who's a model collector. Now, yes, I do have a few of them, like, you know, I've got an R35 here, or I do have Brian's Supra from the first Fast and Furious movie, but I don't have a ton of these. I'm not an expert, so I'm buying this strictly as an automotive enthusiast, so I'm going to give you that type of reaction. Now, this isn't the only unboxing I'm going to do in this video because I did pick up for it another little thing. This is a 1/18 scale display. It's like a parking garage that has a light on it for a good way to kind of display this Autoart as well as keep it protected from getting, you know, too much dust or jostled around too much. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. However, two things before I get started. One, if you do like automotive, particularly GTR and now S14 content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And two, if you'd like to support the channel, I do have the JD Archer shop. If you go to jdarcher.bigcartel.com, you can see a limited selection of t-shirts I've designed that are for sale. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and see what's in the box. First thing to note is the box itself. You know, it's not really a terribly impressive box. It just has basically a black to blue gradient. And of course, they do have listed the Nissan Skyline GTR R34 V-Spec 2 in Bayside Blue. But other than that, it's a pretty nondescript box, which is fine because, you know, I'm probably not going to be displaying the box. Right, so the first thing to notice is it is wrapped here in a nice styrofoam package to protect it. On the top here, there's this little key. I believe people use that to open up the trunk and the hood and the doors to prevent marring or damaging of the paint. So let's see. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that is nice. Look at the color on this. I mean, that is a true Bayside Blue. Man, the detail on this is amazing. Like straight down, when you even look at the calipers, it even says Brembo on the calipers. I mean, they go that detailed with it. You have the lines on the windows for the defroster. They've got it correct with both the red and the white light. So you have the white for reverse and the red's a fog light that's supposed to kick on. We didn't get that here in the States, but it seems to be a Japanese thing. Oh wow, the rear diffuser is actually a separate piece underneath. I will take this off the stand so you will see underneath as well. But yeah, this is very well done. Wow, love that color. Before I take it off of the stand, I might as well kind of start taking a look at least some of the stuff that I can look at on top, because, you know, the more I touch the actual body, the more it's going to get my fingerprints on it, and then I have to clean it. And I don't really want to subject this to too much cleaning because this paint job really is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and start here where I would start with any car if I was looking to buy, and that would be under the hood with the engine. Now, like I said, they did give me the key. I think as long as I'm somewhat gentle with it, I should be okay. I could be wrong. There we go. So, wow, yeah, that looks just like the engine. I'll bring that up to the camera in just a second. Funny thing is it actually comes with a hood prop. It even has a spot for it. So yeah, that's kind of funny. It doesn't just pop up and stay up. You actually have to use the whole hood prop as if it was an actual car. But man, look at that engine. I mean, that is basically an RB26. It's got the red top with all of the details. I mean, even when you look at the The relay cover, it has all of the basic relay information of which relay does what. I mean, yeah, they went really in depth on this. Like, I knew it was good. I didn't think it was going to be this good. I mean, it's all in there. Even the little writing for the twin turbo that sits on the upper intercooler piping. Or sorry, that's not the upper intercooler. That's the intake piping. Yeah, I mean, the detail on that engine bay is amazing. Might as well move around to the trunk. It's probably gonna be easier to open because we have the wing we can use. That one actually stays up on its own. Oh, it's got little shocks. It's kind of funny, right? Right here, it's got some shocks. It actually has carpeting in the trunk, so that's kind of cool, just like the real deal there. Yeah, so far I am very impressed with this model. So if the engine bay wasn't impressive enough, it's time to kind of check out the interior. Now the windows, it does have windows, and it doesn't look like they roll up or down. That's a bit of a disappointment. It'd be kind of nice to be able to roll them up and down, because they do kind of get in the way of what you're seeing on the interior if the doors are closed. But when you look inside this, I mean, man, that is just absolutely impressive. I mean, they have the full dash, the center console. It's all the details are right there. Even the hazard lights are in there, the full stereo. The stick is even accurate and painted. The steering wheel has the GTR logo right there in the center. The gauges are all there, speed, tach, even fuel. It has the dead pedal, the clutch, the brake, the gas, it's all right there. And most impressive of all is the seats. Now, for those of you who know about the 34, the stock seats kind of came with like some dots printed on it. And the point of those dots were actually to give more kind of friction support. So you're less likely to slide around in the seats, even though it's got really good bolstering. So yeah, there was definitely no attention to detail missed in this car. Oh wow, even the trunk lock and the window switches and even the window kill switch is just, it's all in there and accounted for. I don't know if these seats, no, they don't move, at least as far as I can tell. To see the back seat as well. Oh, I wonder if it has, you know what? It doesn't look like it does. So even though it does have the seat belts, what it's missing is that little detail that I thought was absolutely interesting that was in my R32 and my R35. It's a little kind of arm that attaches right here where the seat belt is in the upper pillar. And what it does is it kind of rotates down so people get in and out of the back seat. But then when you put your seatbelt on, it pops up and kind of supports the seatbelt, you know, closer to the seat, which means it's easier for the driver and the passenger in the front seat to actually reach. But I mean, if that's really all they missed, they did a great job with designing this car. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all of it. I mean, they even have the little V-spec too right here. So yeah, they definitely hit every detail. This is probably one of the most impressive model cars I've ever seen. So with that, the question becomes, will my display garage live up to the expectations of my R34? And let's go ahead and get it off of the styrofoam so we can actually see it underneath. As a side note, really funny, I just noticed, I didn't notice this before, but even on the styrofoam, it has Nissan Skyline R34 GTR printed in the styrofoam. That's kind of funny. Alright, so then let's go ahead and get a look at the undercarriage of this, and look at that. Got the full exhaust, even the different color for the metal that's coming off of the actual cap back. Transmission, oh wow, the transfer case is there too with the front axle. I mean, it's all here. Oh wow, even has the steering rack. I don't see that. Usually they don't have a separate steering rack. Non-functional suspension, so there's no shocks and springs. It looks like it does have the front axles in here, but they're not actually connected to the front tires, but they are represented. What about the rear here? It does have the rear axles, as well as the brake lines, it looks like, and all the suspension pieces. Yeah, it even has some of the sub-bracing. That's interesting. I didn't know that would be in there. Like the right here to just kind of stiffen up the chassis underneath. Yeah, all in all, a very well designed model. Yeah, now that I've got this absolutely nice R34, it needs a garage to live in. So this I actually got off of Amazon. It was not terribly expensive. It was like 60 bucks. I thought it was kind of cool. It came with the light and all that stuff. Looks like it comes with more than I thought. It looks like a microfiber cloth, maybe to clean the car, or the plexiglass. Instructions. I guess it'd be some sort of like friction that you basically, pads that you put on the bottom to keep it from slipping around. They actually give you a screwdriver. That's kind of cool. Now, of course, if you're interested in picking up this garage, I will leave a link for it in the description down below in case you have other 1/18th scale models and you like this particular product. I'll also leave a link to an Autoart. They're kind of a little bit harder to find because they only make the R34 for a limited time and then they stop production. So that's a little bit harder to find. All right, so it looks like this is the power source for the light. And here is the actual garage. So here's the main back. Looks like it's actually solid wood. I was expecting balsa wood or particle board, but it actually looks like a solid wood. The vent is actually functional. It goes all the way through. Here's the other wall. Here's the acrylic covers. It's probably why I went with this one too. Is there was other dioramas that you could get, but this one had the acrylic, so it kind of encloses it more. Like I said, it's going to keep the dust off the model for a little bit longer. Looks like some screws to put it together. That explained the screwdriver they gave us. USB power cord, my guess also to help power the lights. Right. Got here the actual bottom part, the parking spot. It actually has 3D blocks, so you know where to line up your car, and you know this little lockout. I guess in some places when you buy a parking spot, you have this that you can put up so you can stop people from parking your parking spot. So you can put it up, put it down based on whether or not you have a car in your diorama or not. And then of course here is the overhead lamp, which apparently will be powered by this. So let's go ahead and keep moving forward. I'm going to do the complete non-guy thing and actually look at the directions. Pretty simple, nothing that crazy. It looks like you literally just slide the whole thing together. So we will go ahead, get that out of the way for now. It just says install the plates. That's literally the directions. Now I'm just starting these. I'm not going to tighten everything down quite yet because I might need the walls to move to properly get everything lined up. Alright, so you can kind of get a basic idea of what it's starting to look like. Should be a little bit easier putting this piece on because at least these things are somewhat already in place. All right, there we go. There it is, all together, ready for the car. Though I do need to hook up the electrics. It's really weird, it's powered by USB. I'm not really quite sure. Does it talk about that? That's funny, it actually has a spot right here to tell you where to put the power pack. That's kind of funny. So here it is all together. I've got the electrics all hooked up on the back. The only problem I'm seeing is basically what they gave me for the power supply is something that plugs into here, but the only other plug is a USB. Most walls don't accept USB, although I guess some of them do nowadays. So what, I just need a really long extension cord that's USB male to USB female and plug it into the wall that way. That's a little annoying. For the express purpose of just trying it out, I actually had a little travel battery that I'd plug in. I just wanted to, check to see how it looks. So if we go ahead and flip on the power here, there you go. You can see it's nice and brightly lit. Looks like some LEDs. Gives it an overall really nice look. Nothing left to do but to put the GTR in there. And there it is. Nice and tucked away in its own garage. And run it at night with the power off or power on. See, it's got the little vent there, which is kind of nice. All we're really missing is the acrylics. I guess I can go ahead and put those in now. I kind of left it out to just kind of get a more clear view of the car. So really funny, I just noticed on the end cap here, there's actually a little sign. It looks like it's got some kanji on it. I don't know kanji well enough to know exactly what it says. If you know, go ahead and post in the comments section down below. Let me know what it is I'm actually putting in front of my GTR here. And there it is. All nice and covered, so dust and other things can't get in, and nice and displayed. And there it is, the Autoart Nissan Skyline R34 GTR in Bayside Blue. Man, I think this is a really nice model, highly detailed. In fact, I even caught one I didn't catch during my initial show of the car, which is right there in the hood, the little intake. It's actually got a carbon fiber print. I mean, these guys paid attention to every little detail they possibly could. But what do you think? Post in the comment section down below. Let me know if you think this model is worth it, especially when you find out that its price tag is $220. Some people might think so, some people might not. Just go ahead and let me know. I'm also pretty happy with this box that I got off of Amazon. I think it's great. It has a nice little detail, makes it look like a parking garage. It's got the nice little light up above. I think it's a great addition if you have any 18 scale cars, because at least it's now kind of enclosed. It'll keep a lot of the dust off it so you don't have to clean it off, and it kind of gives that nice little, diorama look. But there again, you might not agree. You might think $50 is too much for something like this. There again, post in the comment section down below. Let me know. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go hit that thumbs up button to let me know. It does help the channel a lot. As I did say at the beginning of the video, if you'd like to see more automotive, particularly GTR and S14 content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on all forms of social media, which include Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. I'll leave links to all those in the description down below. Now, as I did say, if you have any questions, comments, you think this is worth it or not, go ahead and post in the comment section down below. I will respond to you. I thank you all for watching, and until next time, forget everything else, focus on the finish line.